Okay, guys, so welcome back. We are going to do a lesson on how to color things. Okay, so here I have my cityscape. Every object has borders, but they don't really have any color. Okay, so the first thing to notice about color in any setting is I don't have a color palette here to my right because nothing is selected. As soon as I select a polygon, I'll be able to get a fill color. Okay, there's two things that you can think about. If you didn't have a border, then you wouldn't see the border option. So you can click here, get the border, and then you can have a border color here. You can increase the thickness of the border. You can either do it manually or I'm clicking and dragging my mouse up and down, and it's letting me do that. But let's say that I want 1px. And here, there's a couple different ways to change the fill color. The fill color is the color inside. So if I click here, I can switch between some of the popular colors here. And I can get different tints of this color by dragging this little circle around, okay, the mixer it's called. So, or I can jump into one of the popular colors here and then just drag it around to get something that I might enjoy. I can also manually input a color. Okay, so in order to that, let me show you the eyedropper though real quick. So that's how you can click and get a color pretty quickly. You can also, let's say that I wanted this building to be the same color as the purple one here. I can use this little eyedropper tool and hover over that color and click on it, and this one picks up that same color. Okay, let's say likewise I want this and this building. I'll hold down shift to get both of those buildings together. I want them both to be a teal color. So I can change them at the same time so right now these two rectangles are selected here. That is this one that I've altered into a different shape other than rectangle, and then the one right here. I can change the color at the same time by selecting both of them, either by clicking and holding down shift and clicking another thing, or by clicking them in the layer panel together. Okay, so there's some things to know. Now let's talk about color palette for a second. Again, I don't have the colors here because nothing is selected. So I see the color, the ability to change color right here when something is selected. I really enjoy using this website called colors.co in order to get a color palette. A color palette is just a bunch of colors that work together, like the tints are the same, or it generates some color options that work really well together. And what's really great about this website is you can lock a color in. So let's say I like these two colors, but I don't really like the other ones. I can press the space bar and it's going to get me some colors that work with the two ones that I've locked in. Okay, or I can unlock one and just kind of keep generating colors. Now, to use these colors, I would use the hex value here, or you can copy here. I actually have a palette that I randomly generated that I was really excited to use. You can save your color palette if you sign up for this, and you can use Google to sign up. So if you wanted to do that, you could. But what I want to do right here is I want to change my building colors to be this green color, or this other, to me it looks green. I don't know why it's called rich black, but to me these both look green. And then I want the windows to be magnolia. So I'm going to use this little copy feature. I'm going to go back to my design, click here. Let me click on a few of the buildings here. Let me change a few of them at once. Maybe every other one I want to be this color. I'll click here. I'll go here and I'll paste it, and it puts the hex code in. I'll click outside of it and it's changed all those buildings to be that nice green color. Now, if I wanted to change it to this other color, I can go and fill in, let's say that I want these to be in that lighter green color. I'll paste it there and I have that lighter green color. Okay, let's say that I want the windows to be this magnolia color. So I can click, let's see, if I know where these are, I might be able to click and drag. Oh, I think I put them all in one layer. So if I hold down shift, this is the nice thing about this layer, I think I can select all of my windows at the same time, okay? and change them, the color all at the same time. That's the nice thing about putting them all in the same layer, is that I can select them at the same time. Okay. And if you want help with that, I can help you in class. I showed you in the last video, but I won't show you in this one just for the sake of time. So there's how you can change different colors on things. I am going to show you in a different video how to change the background and how to make a color gradient. So when you're ready for that, I can show you that, but I'll keep this one really simple. So I want you to change all the default colors in your picture, except the background. We'll do the background later because that involves like shifting a layer behind something else, okay? And by the way, you see how this rectangle is slightly in front of the other one? That's because I took this rectangle or this shape and I've right-clicked and I said arrange send to back, and that makes it layer itself behind the other building. Because I like the illusion of layers here. And if I wanted this one to be behind this one, I could right click and say arrange send to back, and then it's actually it's in back of both of those. Okay. Or you could just find out where these two things are in your palette or your layers menu. Like let's say I want this one now in front of this one, I could drag it on, or this one in front of this one, I could drag the layers on top. The layer is on top of it in the layer menu. It will be on top of it on the canvas. Okay. So all you're doing today is just coloring everything. All right. Except the background. Don't color the background. All right. Have fun.